How many of you absolutely love airplane food? Raise your hand. Oh, I don't see anyone. Maybe it's because airplane food is absolutely gross. There are many things to think about when you're getting ready for a trip. What to wear, exchange rates, hotels, flight schedules, what are the plans, who'll take care of the dog, and what about snacks? It's better to pack along some snacks than extra underwear. In this video, I'm going to give you ideas for what to take along to replace those awful airplane meals, to use as snacks that are filling and healthy, and you'll enjoy them as well as your body's going to enjoy them. My last trip to Asia included a lot of wait time in depots, bus stations, boat stations, and the food there was very greasy and not beneficial at all. So I just opened up my backpack and pulled out some very healthy snacks that kept me full and satisfied and quite healthy. A lot of times people might worry about dozing off on the plane and missing your meal because that's pretty easy to do. So don't worry about it now. These are good ideas that will be even better than an airplane meal. Yay! So get ready for some great ideas that you can use when preparing for your next trip. So let's go to the kitchen and we'll see what we can cook up. Nobody really likes airplane food that I know of. The solution is to bring your own food on board. And they allow that. They allow the third extra bag if it's just food, because they know you'll be consuming it. Because who likes airplane food? After the sandwich and the salad have been consumed, what are you going to eat? Well, I have some ideas for you. And if you have some ideas, please let me know in the comments below, because I would just love to try them out on my next trip. I even remember looking forward to the food in 1968 when we flew to Germany to visit family. Let me explain my last airplane meal. So pretend this is the tray table on the airplane. Here's the cup holder up here. Then your knives and forks go here. Then there's probably a salad up here. And there is a little wrapped roll that was a little bigger than this, about a little smaller than a tennis ball, but just about as hard. The airplane meal is wrapped in foil and steaming hot. It goes there. There was a giant brownie. I tried to give it away, but it always came back to me. You pull off the foil and what do you see? There were two slabs, I would call them, of chicken, a little bigger than a tongue depressor. On top of that was a sprig of broccoli. I went for the broccoli first, but couldn't pick it up. It was just smushy, almost like peanut butter. And there was some gravy in here and over here, a whole bunch of white rice. So I went for the broccoli first, but I doubt if there was any nourishment left in it after they cooked the bejeebers out of it. So what happened? I just sent that meal back. My own food that would be a lot more nourishing and a lot tastier. Here's my new tray table. I have some applesauce, some kumquats, and this is a Reuben sandwich made with beets. Before you go yuck, let me tell you that my daughter and I went to a very chic restaurant and ordered one of these. It looked really good on the menu. I call it a roux beet sandwich. It's made with Swiss cheese, homemade beets, and sauerkraut on bread with caraway seeds. So let me know in the comments if this is something you'd like me to show you how to make. There's a layer bar with dates, banana, and chocolate chip. So good with a lot of very useful, travel-friendly ingredients. So you get the idea. It's not just about airplane food that we're going to talk about. I'm going to give you the reasons why you should be taking along certain things. You don't want to take my advice unless the doctor approves. I have researched the internet. I'm giving you ideas that are suggestions there about why certain foods would be healthy for you while you travel, especially targeted to digestion, energy, and a lot of those things you're going to need while you're on the road. Here are most of the items I took with me on my last trip. It was a 2-week trip to Asia, and I was mostly concerned about the airplane ride. I was pretty sure I wouldn't be getting the food that I normally eat: vegetables, fruits, whole grains, and fish. Take a look. Let me quickly tell you what they are, then I'll go into more detail as to why I brought them along. So we have dehydrated apples that I made myself. Here is kumquats that came from my tree, dehydrated kumquats. These are date and pistachio balls, multi-grain chips for dipping, carrots and celery, layer bars that mostly have the date is the sugar part, hummus, very important hummus, freeze-dried blueberries, baked apples, suckable applesauce. And these are crunchy banana slices, lightweight popcorn, dates, and my favorite, chocolate-covered rice crackers. Would you believe all that food that I showed you fit into this backpack that slid under the seat in front of me? Plus, I had a grilled sandwich, a couple bananas, and fruit and nut clusters. Dried fruits, nuts, and seeds provide a crazy amount of energy. I have had the good fortune to travel quite a bit in my life. And I have also experienced a lot of things happen that could very well have been prevented. Let's go into that in detail in a little bit. First, I'm going to address the main inconveniences that we might experience when we travel. Then after, I'll go into detail about what the foods might be that you can use to alleviate these occurrences. So I'm talking non-medical remedies here. This is all just the food and the types of foods that might help that you could bring along, or the foods that you could easily obtain somewhere nearby. Let's pull the car over for a moment. You will notice that the same foods might be recommended for curing different disorders. Why should you eat more of these unprocessed foods at home? Whole grains, bananas, berries, nuts, seeds, apples, ginger, just to name a few. What do they all have in common? Take another look. Whole grains, bananas, berries, nuts, seeds, apple, ginger. If you said fiber, you'd be right. I'm guessing you have not had big daily doses of these for a while. How do I know this? Americans just do not eat enough fiber to stay healthy. Just read the stats and you'll find out. Fiber can help your body in so many ways. It protects against heart disease, diabetes, it aids digestion, it promotes weight loss, flushes out toxins, avoid diverticulitis, and it even helps lower cholesterol. There are many things that you might experience when you're on a trip, but I'm just going to address the major ones that I've experienced that are not serious when you're on the road. Even though a country might be friendly to us, those foreign bugs might want to take up war inside our bodies. It's important to remember to keep your hands away from your face. That includes your eyes, nose, and mouth. Keep travel wipes with you at all times and use them often. That may prevent those bugs from snacking on you. There are many things that you might experience when you're on a trip. One would be hunger, another indigestion, diarrhea, oh my gosh, diarrhea, nausea, and upset tummy, and poop. Pluggary. Pull some energy from your pocket, but just remember that protein bars mask that flavor with sugar. Sugar works against those disorders that are making you feel yucky. Some snacks are much better than others to snuff out hunger pain. So you get hungry on the plane, and when you get off the plane, you're hungry also. It just doesn't happen that you can eat anytime you want. Chewing 10 packs of gum doesn't seem to help. But if you have something in your pocket or in your backpack that you can pull out, it's a great way to get that hunger to subside a little bit. The main thing to have your body feel a little bit fuller are high protein foods that you bring along. That might be hummus. And since it has garbanzo beans in it, it just might help hunger subside. Popcorn can help. So that's lightweight, and popcorn takes up a little bit of room, but it's lightweight, so it's easy to travel with, and it helps you with your hunger. How about oatmeal cookies? Oatmeal cookies will also help your tummy feel a little bit fuller. Try to pack along ones that you make yourself that don't have too much sugar in them. You don't want to have indigestion while you're traveling. It just is an annoyance that just is not good to interrupt a lovely trip. Before you leave home, start promoting good gut health in your body. I'm just going to mention just a few things that are going to help that. Apples are known to help indigestion. There are many forms of apples that you can bring along. Dried apricots are another great fruit to help indigestion. Lots of fiber. Bananas are not good traveling companions, but you can get them dried, and freeze-dried is even better. There's a new kid on the block at Trader Joe's. They're little mini dried bananas. Really yummy. We're so lucky We have freeze-dried berries and all kinds of fruit that are so lightweight and easy to carry. Ginger can be beneficial for indigestion by helping to speed up the digestive process and potentially reduce stomach acid. A couple of food items that are high in probiotics for your gut are yogurt, non-sweetened of course, and kombucha. These are readily available at home if you want to practice good gut health before you leave. And please try not to overdo it. You'll pay the price. Then there's that old rascal nausea. Nausea can happen to you more than you would ever know when you're on a trip. Refrain from eating these foods when you have indigestion or heartburn. They could trigger it or make it worse, especially if you have GERD. You don't know what GERD is? Maybe you should ask your doctor. GERD could lead to esophageal cancer if not checked. Though tempting, refrain from fatty or fried foods, sodas, alcohol, caffeine, citrus because it's acidic, garlic, and onions, and peppermint. Yes, I said peppermint. If you're on a cruise ship, go get some saltine crackers from the buffet. Nausea gives ginger a star billing for relief. Try plain rice crackers, applesauce, or bananas. Just make sure that you eat bland, non-spicy foods for a while until you get over it. On another travel experience, I was with a friend who was plugged up for 4 days. Maybe it was 5, but it was a long time and it shouldn't have happened. I love information provided by the Healthy Immune Doc. She says that she likes to keep regular with chia. Once again, fiber-rich foods are the winner here. Bananas, prunes, dates, papaya, and apple are just a few. Eat them with as little processing as possible. If it's in a box, it's been processed. It's better to eat raw snacks. I remember once I was traveling with a friend and we were in Puerto Rico. She was nauseous all the time. She just didn't feel well. Our native friend there in Puerto Rico said, I know just what's going to help you. So we went into a little cafe, ordered papaya drink. It was kind of like a slushie. She sipped on that very slowly, and very slowly she started to get better. I climbed the Great Wall of China when I was in my 70s. Long before instant messaging was available, the Aztec postman had to run long distances to bring their message to another village. And what did they use? They used chia seeds. Of course, don't just chew on chia seeds because they need to be ingested with water. So let me just quickly show you chia seeds along and make a drink that you can take with you. Notice that I'm using a glass bottle because I just don't believe in those plastic bottles. I'm going to try to get all that plastic out of my brain. Of course, this is plastic. Put in a couple tablespoons of chia seeds. If you want to flavor it, put in some, you can order these off the internet. You can order some true lemon and give it a little flavor. Of course, that's not absolutely necessary, but it helps. And here, these are available, the little honey packets. You don't have to have any sweetener in there at all, but this I found in the Asian store. Ginger. However, I did not read the label before I left the store, and I found out that there's a lot of sugar in this, which I try to avoid. But the ginger is good, so especially if you have nausea. We're going to put in water, just plain water. That's why you don't want to eat them plain without any liquid. You could put them in fruit juice, in anything that you like that's liquid. And let's wait 15 minutes and see what we come up with. Feeling sluggish? Pack your pockets with some of these wonderful snacks. Trader Joe's has a huge array of freeze-dried fruit. I prefer the freeze-dried fruit because they're not processed with sugar. It's easy to dehydrate fruit in your oven. I'll show you how. These are the best ever baked multigrain crackers. These are my fruit, seed, nut, and chocolate clusters. Dense and solid foods like pistachios help keep hunger away. Just like pumpkin seeds, they work to combat serious illness and chronic disease. And which foods will sap your energy? You really don't want to experience fatigue while you're traveling. Certain foods can do that to you. Don't be fooled. Energy drinks can bring you a quick boost, but then drain your energy with a big crash. AI has a lot to say about this. Check it out on the internet. I'm not making this up. Avoid caffeine, alcohol, sodas, red meat, processed foods, and white bread if you want to have energy when you need it. There you go. It looks like this plane is about to land. Or maybe not. Looks like the pilot can't make up his or her mind. In this video, you've got a bunch of tips that are going to help make your travel more comfortable. I hope you can put them to good use and check with your doctor first, just in case. I'm not here to give you medical advice. So in the meantime, live happy, stay healthy, and I'll see you next time. Sure to check out the next video for more useful tips.